If you are starting dropshipping with $0, this video is just for you. Raw, cut, unedited video. Tell you exactly how I went from working my 9 to 5. I've been through this exact roadmap, so I'm giving it to you. How I worked my 9 to 5 to then hitting my first 100K month with dropshipping. So let's get right into it. And honestly, I'm gonna get it straight out the gate. It takes money to make money. So like you're probably like looking like LeBron right now. Like what? How you start off with zero? Because one thing about e-commerce or drop shipping is you can start off with a little bit of money and make a lot. So just like a seed needs water to grow, just like we need the gym to build the body that we want, and just like if we're in a place that we've never been before, we need Google Maps or Apple Maps to help us get to that next step or that where we need to go easy. So that's why in this video, I'm gonna give you the exact 6-step roadmap that I took to have success with dropshipping, which led me into once again hitting my first 100K month. Kind of want to get right into it because step number one, it all starts off with having the right mindset. The mindset shift becomes the biggest thing. You can have all the money in the world. You can have $100,000 in your account. But if your mindset is not right, then you'll easily lose it. That's how these lottery ticket winners make $1 million or $10 million and lose it all after a couple years because they don't have the right mindset to really multiply it or keep it or save it or do what they have to do. So here's some books that I will fully recommend. And of course, if you don't know who I am, my name is Keondre. I'm the owner of Kingdom Ecom, and Kingdom comes first before the ecom is just sprinkle on top. So that's why step number one is reading the word, reading the Bible, going into Proverbs, going into Genesis, because whenever you realize or you will remember who you are by realizing whose you are, everything else comes into place. I promise you. So that's really number one. And then whenever we are thinking about money, we've already grown up to all these different ways of like, oh, I need a job to do this, or how do I make money on my own? So here's where these two books came into play. These were the first two books that I read whenever I was in this position right here. Just really starting off. I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's the first book I read from front to back. That changed my thought process on how money worked and how to really be able to have success. And then, of course, Think and Grow Rich. These are probably like the two books that you always hear. If you've read them before, then you know what I'm talking about. You've already completed step number one if you already are past this, because this is number one. You always need to be reading the word because you'll always be aligned. Like I'm gonna show you a habit tracker to make sure that you're on top of things, but this is really the step number one. If you have the money, you don't have the mindset, you won't have the success. So that's step number one. And then going into step number two, which is figuring out your why and writing it down. Because if you don't know what you really want and what you're doing it for, you're going to realize that, oh, I've been focusing on, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want to have this job, I don't want to be stuck, I don't want to be here for the next 20 years, I don't want this, I don't feel like I'm in a good position. If you focusing on that the whole time and not realizing what you actually do want, you'll just keep attracting what you don't want. You'll attract the people that you don't want. You'll attract relationships you don't want. You'll attract the environments you don't want if you just focus in on that. It's like whenever you're thinking about like, oh, I want to have a Corvette. Next thing you know, you start seeing Corvettes everywhere whenever you're driving. So this is the same thing. I want you to write down what you want, not with anybody else wants, what you want. It's like, I want to have my family have this. I want to be able to have income. I want to have this much money per month. My first goal was to make $10,000 per month for e-commerce. I was able to surpass that very quickly. But if I didn't have an exact game plan of, or exact map of what I wanted, the end goal, then how would I know when I'm there? So we got to realize what we do want. And you write this down, you'll have some more intention and you'll start seeing you attract the right things. You attract the right people. You attract the right environments. You attract you'll be surprised. You'll see how powerful your brain is. And that's why step number one is really shifting that mindset, which leads you into step number two. Like I could have just told you, yeah, go out, make some more money, save up $500. But you can save that up and lose it quick if you don't have the right mindset. You don't have the why you're doing it. So these are probably the most important two steps. And if you could probably if you get one thing out this video, I hope you get those two things, because these other few things are super simple and easy. But let's get into it. So number three is getting a quick job to make some quick money. You could do this to have some consistent income, because our goal is to save up $500. So Example, we have all these ways of making money now. You got Uber, DoorDash, you can sell things on Macari, any way to get some quick cash. This is exactly what I was doing. Like I was selling cars. For me, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get a job. I sold cars and I was using that money to fund my e-commerce business. So I used that money to run ads. I used that money to build my store. I used that money to do everything. And this is me. I sold a car this day and then I was able to hit like 200, like $300 on sales. But I was doing it. So that's really the main thing. Once you kind of have like some money, because once again, it takes money to make money. That's going to be like the step number three. Get some quick job. And it's not a bad thing. Like it's really not a bad thing. Look at your job as like that is your first business partner, genuinely. So that was the main thing. That's how I looked at it and I shifted everything. That's how I was able to get to having my job and then making my first 100K month and beyond. But once you got your job and you're making some quick money, you want to save up at least $500 to then start getting into this next phase of start actually applying what you know now. So I've created, let me pull this up. I've created a free community which has the exact step-by-step game plan. Of course, we're building the mindset formula, which has a few things. I'll give you some insights on that too. But it gives you everything, how to find a winning product, go ahead and how to set up your Shopify store, how to build a party page, how to run ads, how to go ahead and do everything in 90 minutes, like the full blueprint with all the resources that you need, all in one spot. Like genuinely, you can go ahead and go to this. This has the documents, all the resources. And then if I come, this just has everything all in here for absolutely free. So I don't charge for this at all because you can get your first sale just by easily applying what you are doing. And you'll see this, like this is Jenna hitting 10K and you surround yourself with people that are doing this. So 10K. And then you have people hitting this Renee, of course, if you haven't seen 78K in 2 months. But genuinely surround yourself with like-minded people. Kingdom Ecom, that's why I said the Bible is first. And then, of course, like we'll have this habit tracker in there too as well. By the time you see in this video, it's already in there. But this, if you realize like, dang, like I don't feel aligned or dang, I'm not seeing anything. Like I don't feel like I'm getting better. Like you can have this tell you like, oh, I haven't been spending time with God on a daily basis. Or dang, I haven't been doing product research for my store, which is a task that you need to do for your store. Dang, I haven't been doing ads. I haven't been reading. I haven't been in the community. I haven't been reflecting. So this is a habit tracker to really hit your 10K month with your store. So that's the main thing, number one. And of course, like surrounding yourself with like-minded people is always super big, but let's go back into this one. So once you save up that money and you go ahead and start applying yourself, and then step number five is all intact in one is surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. And then, of course, getting one-on-one help. And that's what took me to that 100K. But this is genuinely the whole game plan because you'll see whenever you actually surround yourself with like-minded individuals like this, you'll see like you'll start having belief. You see inside the community, we have people in here, $500 days, we're spending $37 on ads. You know how much profit that is? But you wouldn't see it until you wouldn't believe it till you see it. So surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals is always good. Seeing other people win is always good. Like another one, let's go. People getting wins. This is always super good to see, to show that the formula works, to show that what you're doing isn't in vain, to know that what you're doing is working for other people. It's not something that is just a one-time thing. So definitely surrounding yourself with like-minded individual is one super big thing because you'll see yourself amplify. I played sports growing up, so when I surrounded myself with good soccer players, I became better. Same thing with this. So that's really a super big thing, and that's a hack to really get success very quickly. But let me go back into this. All right, so now that we kind of got those out the way, let's kind of go over the 6-step roadmap. I know I did that pretty quickly, but I wanted this to be super very impactful and quick and straightforward to the point. And that's why I created the community too as well. And getting that one-on-one help takes you from going from hitting 10K months to hitting 100K months because you're surrounded by someone that's been there, done that, that's hit those goals, that can tell you what to do to get there way quicker. So if you are looking for one-on-one help, I have down below the application to work with me personally. I don't accept everybody, so just fill out the application. If you are a good fit, I will personally reach out to you and see if that is something good. But honestly, all the resources I just gave you, the free community, get inside the course, get inside the community as itself is always super big. But Here's a This is the 6 step success roadmap. So number one, mindset shift, reading books, reading Proverbs, reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, always reading books to have that right mindset. And then figuring out your why you're doing it, why you want to make this happen. And you'll start seeing and focusing on that. And then secondly or thirdly, getting a quick job, get some quick money, work a 9 to 5. That's okay. That's really okay. That's really a big benefit. And then of course, saving up $500 to start stepping into it with the right guidance. So that's what the community is for, where you can then start putting money into the store, start running ads, start getting sales. And then when you surround yourself with like-minded people, of course, getting that one-on-one help is always the way you can take it from the 10K to 100K and beyond. But I'm on a mission to help 100,000 people hit their first sale online. So if you are looking to get started, the free community, one-on-one help, apply down below. But this is the real short, straightforward roadmap. If you're starting with completely $0, this is exactly how to do it. So hope you got some value from this. Put in that work, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.